Now imagine this is 2026 and you just finished programming a project in record time, and this is not because you actually coded faster, but because AI actually wrote most of the code for you. Now there's something you should understand, is that there is a radical shift happening in the programming space where AI is actually not just a sidekick now, right? It's actually building full projects. Now the question is that how can programmers evolve, right? Now you're trying to go into programming, you're trying to learn programming. How can you evolve to actually catch up with this trend so that your job does not become obsolete? Well, in this video, I'm going to be telling you guys how to actually evolve to catch up with this trend and not become obsolete as a programmer. Now, the first thing that you should be learning, because first of all, you need to actually learn before you can actually earn. Because there are a lot of like AI assistants. They have like ChatGPT, they have Copilot, they have Claude, DeepSeek. There are a lot. Now, how can you actually learn to remain relevant? That is the $1,000,000 question I'm going to be answering in this video. And if you have not subscribed, make sure you actually hit that subscribe button and subscribe to this channel. Now, what does this mean for developers, right? Now, as a developer, you're basically going to be an architect. Now, learn a lot of system design, right? Because you're going to be architecting a lot of systems, even currently now, right? Now, let me give you my coding flow. Now, I have an application I want to build. Basically, I sit down, do the whole architecture of the application, break it down into smaller pieces, and then write the boilerplate and start giving AI. But in the nearest future, you're not even going to have to write the boilerplate. Now, why I usually write boilerplate code is so that the AI actually does not hallucinate and have like a reference on what to reference onto. Now, one of the most valuable skill you'll be needing is, first of all, problem framing. You need to be able to take a problem statement and turn it into something that is reasonable, that an LLM can understand, right? Now, the second thing you need to actually learn is system level thinking. Now, you should be able to understand like how the system works, the architectures, the trade-offs, what you would do to increase profits, what you would do to make the application faster, and then you also need to understand ethics and governance. Now, you need to be able to understand if this code safe, is this code does it align with human values, right? You need to be able to understand all those kind of things, right? Now, one thing I'm going to also add is that you need to be able to fix bugs. First of all, you need to be able to fix bugs, right? So you still need to understand how programming works so to be able to fix bugs, because like currently now, there's still going to be a lot of bugs, and in the nearest future, there's still going to be bugs. So you need to actually learn the syntax and learn how to fix bugs. That is one very, very important thing. Now, workflows. I'm going to give you my own workflow that I use because I don't pay for any LLM. So I have like a lot of accounts, a lot of Google accounts, like 3, right? Now, if I want to use Cloud, most times I usually use Cloud for my structure, for structuring the application. Then the bulk of coding, I use DeepSeek. I don't use OpenAI for anything, right? So I use Cloud for structuring. When I say structuring now, structuring the application, sometimes I do the structuring by myself. Things like models, all those kind of stuff. So I use Cloud for that. Then for the heavy lifting, I use DeepSeek, because DeepSeek, you can actually like prompt a lot and it can give like a lot of, what's the name now, code without it running out of tokens, right? So that's my own workflow, and I hope you actually learn, or you have learned something from this video. Even though it was actually an unplanned video, I hope you actually learned something from this. And yeah, subscribe to this channel if you have not already done that, and see you on the next video, and see you by 2026. So 2026, just know that coding is not going to disappear. It's just going to evolve, and it's only those that actually evolve with it that are going to still be relevant. Yeah, that's that. Peace out, and yep.